I met Mika Yoshida was in Boston about 4 years ago, and I was performing with Chick Corea and Airto Morero in Boston, doing a concert. And at the end of the concert, my good friend Dick Stoltzman came in with this young Japanese woman named Mika Yoshida. And Mika immediately, in her own inimitable way, started telling me how much she wanted to play with me and maybe someday with maybe Steve Gadd, and maybe she could even get Chick Corea to write a piece of music for her. So this was like within maybe 2 minutes. And so it became obvious to me that Mika was a force to be dealt with, and certainly unstoppable. As it turns out, I was right about that. My perception was correct. She is, in fact, a very powerful, energetic musician. And as it turns out, she actually was able to make these things happen. So when I met her, she said, well, you know, Eddie, I have this festival in my hometown in the south of Japan. Would you like to come next year and play at my festival? I said, yeah, it sounds great. And of course, Dick was there, and Dick said, you know, she really is terrific. So she sent me some CDs and whatever, and I could hear right away that she was in fact very special. So I did perform at her festival the following year, as did Dick Stoltzman also. And anyway, that was the beginning of our relationship. I met Mika, and we started playing together at her festival, which is still ongoing. All these ideas she had in her first encounter actually started coming together. She said, gee, what do you think about the idea of trying to get Steve Gadd to play at the festival someday? I said, well, it's possible. I could talk to Steve. So I think the following year, I had talked to Steve, and then she talked to Steve, and we were able to get Steve to come to the festival. So this is now maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And so Steve has now performed with us, myself and Richard. And also throughout this time period, Mika has managed to keep, because she met Chick Corea that initial night, has been in touch with Chick, and Chick has actually said yes to writing a piece for her, a marimba piece for her. And also Chick was delighted to hear that we were going to perform some of his compositions like Spain, and also a couple of pieces that were rearranged, Chick's pieces. So there's a connection also with Chick Corea and Mika that has been growing. So Mika has actually been able to make her wish list, her dreams, kind of come true. I'm glad to say that I've sort of been there to witness it and to be part of it. And so this leads me to talk about our next festival, which is coming up, or actually our next tour, which is coming up in a few weeks. We're going to be in Japan and play some concerts with Mika, kind of like her festival, and also play at the Blue Note in Japan. After which, this tour, we're going to actually debut this band at a club called Drom, D-R-O-M, with myself, with Steve, with Stefan Karlsson, who also will be in Japan, and of course Mika at the helm. So this is a very exciting time, I think, for all of us to see Mika make her wish list come true and to be part of it. And also, of course, we've done CDs and DVDs together. So there's a real kind of a body of work that's been emerging through all of this. It's very exciting. So I'm glad to be part of it, and I hope that people will come to see this wish, this dream of Mika's in the flesh, live, before their very eyes, and hear the wonderful music that she envisioned.